Recently, Alex Pereira made an accusation of Pereira-Ankalaev saying that he isn't fasting during Ramadan because he saw a bunch of lunches with times scheduled for him at the UFC Performance Institute. Some people were mad at him for saying that, but it turns out he wasn't lying. He was right. Ankalaev says, yes, I've been following the fast strictly, except for this week where I will have to break it a few times because I need to make sure I drink water to have a successful weight cut. But apart from that, I started with Ramadan. I have been fasting, and after the fight, I will obviously also follow the rules of religion as it has to be. Alex called it, and he was right. O.S. Pereira was right. All right, Pereira, not scared. He's just correct. Where's the Ank fanboys who were crying, saying Alex was lying? Everyone completely missing the part where he said he's just drinking water. The food that Alex was talking about was most likely for his team. Thank God, guaranteed win. This makes sense. Couldn't imagine cutting all that weight on weigh-in days, dehydrated on the scale, then facing off with Pereira at ceremonial weigh-ins hours later, just as dehydrated, making up missed fast for valid reasons is allowed, but a fight isn't an exemption. Scholars permit breaking the fast for travel, illness, extreme situations causing harm, not for performance. The Shafi school in Dagestan doesn't allow breaking the fast for combat. Bro is more scared than Poatan than anything. Bro would rather disgrace his religion and lie about it. Sinning against God just to get knocked out in the second round. All good now, but it'll be an excuse after the fight's over. He would have never admitted it if Pereira never called him out on it. Dude's going to hell now, no takebacks. In Islam, you have the choice to fast or not if you're traveling or you're sick, so Ank is good. He's a traveler.
Jones will fight anybody, too.
Okay.
Do you know
No, he's not scared of anybody. He's the greatest ever. No, he's the greatest ever. I'm talking about does he want to do it? You know, because we know he could beat anybody. Does he want to do it?
He does want to do it.
I think best sporting event I went to this year, well, technically 2024, was in November at the Garden for John Jones' fight. When do you think we would potentially see him back?
This summer.
Okay.
People want to see great fights at the end of the day. Boxing has become this thing where, you have to be undefeated for people to care about you, and that's all going to go away. There's a lot of guys out there that we're looking at that are going to be in this roster that have a lot of O's behind there. They're all going to fight each other. And what people want to see are great fights, and they want to know who is the best in the world. And like I said, when you put the great fight, the other thing that we're going to do is my son just went to that show this week, and he said the live event was terrible. You know, disorganized.
Even at Barclays?
Yeah, disorganized, and we're going to clean that up. We're going to make the live events great again, too. The run of show will run faster. You know, it won't take 9 hours to see 4 fights. You know, these guys put on a fight and then have a podcast, and then put on another fight and have a podcast. The show will run like UFC does.
Is there a Canelo conversation around September?
I hope so.
Is there a...
I think that, you know, when you talk about, like I said, what this guy has done, everybody's name is in the mix. Every big boxer on the planet is in the mix. And he literally walked Nick and I through, some of his plans, because he's got stuff that he's committed to already different than what we're building together. And when you see the stuff first of all, the idea of renting out Times Square is one of the coolest things that I've ever seen. And he has this whole AI model of how it's built out. It's incredible. It's one of the greatest promotions in the history of the world. And the other things that he has planned out for the next couple of years are unbelievable, fascinating, fun, and something that people are definitely going to want to see.
UFC targeting an event in Western Canada this fall. Last year in the fall, they went to Edmonton in November, so maybe this year, Calgary or Vancouver.
Careful getting in.
Okay.
You might want to grab a stick yet.
UFC Kansas City tickets starting to go on till Hill versus Roundtree Jr. is the main event. That's April 26. PFL heavyweight roster for their tournament includes Tim Johnson, Popov, Vasyl, Romanov, and Moldavsky. Vince Morales versus Raul Rosas Jr. on the 29th of this month in Mexico City. Nicholas Dalby taking on Randy Brown next. Dalby talking a little trash. April 26th in Kansas City, going to be giving Randy Eye Poke Brown a tough night in the octagon. Only way he has a chance to win is with his beloved eye pokes, but karma will be coming for him in 7.5 weeks in the form of Danish Viking power. If he's willing to take an eye from me, I'm willing to return the favor and take a piece of his soul with me to Denmark together with the victory. Time to take the cheater to deep waters and see him crumble and sink below the waves.
The audacity out here. This is the most disrespectful shit I've ever seen. Look at that. My neighborhood. What the?
That post on there needs to be 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
And her opponent, Alex Enriquez. $124 for Alex Enriquez.
4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Alex Enriquez and Julia Alves. Up next, we move. One more time for Sarah Galvao and Cassia Mora.
I have fighter meetings in a little bit. We're sitting down to write our Justin Gaethje fighter card, and he is a special fighter, so we have saved most all of our Justin Gaethje notes and fighter cards over the years. These are going to be available at the John Anik app eventually, but fight week is upon us, folks. Big things.
Oh, wait, has to Google his opponent. Like, had no clue who this guy was. Blades wasn't the only one hitting up Google, it seems like. And the UFC might have their own agenda, too. Okay. Like, maybe they see something in this Kuniev guy, and they want to test him out against a top guy like Blades. And then there's the whole issue of Kuniev's past failed drug tests. Blades himself didn't seem too bothered by these allegations. He seemed pretty confident that his wrestling-heavy style would be enough to neutralize any advantage Kuniev might have.
You're not going to be on my phone anymore, okay? Pay your own cell phone bill.
Sorry, guys. Fight for glory, fight for pride in the octagon.
What's up, guys? I am hosting an MMA retreat in Colombia, May 18th through the 24th. All-inclusive retreat, pick up from the airport, nice accommodations. 2 training sessions a day with me and Brandon Six Gun Gibson. Meals prepared by chefs, stretching, yoga, breath work, all sorts of excursions, hiking. It's gonna be beautiful. Come out, train with us. We're gonna have a fantastic time. I'm gonna include a link. If you're interested, come out, sign up, have a good time with us.